My name is Rupert Hambira. I'm a church minister with the United Congregational Church of Southern Africa, and I am a descendant of the Herero victims of the genocide of 1904 to 1908. I currently live in Botswana. All the people that survived the genocide have virtually died. The first and second generation of their children have also died. I belong to the third generation that almost lost everything. I wanted to talk about how the people died. Like he said, many of them died because of hardships. In the case of the people that fled east from here into Botswana and later South Africa, they were pushed first into the Namib desert, which is still lifeless today. So thousands died in the desert. They crossed over into another desert, a little less harsher, the Kalahari, yet infested with wild animals, lions, tigers, wolves, and every other thing you can imagine. These wild animals killed them in large numbers. It literally had easy targets, human targets. Many of the people died from drinking water from poisoned wells, as my brother said. And some, even those that survived, died upon arrival or soon after arrival in the diaspora. You see, I would like to get a group of people about my age, just for once, maybe 5 or 10 of us, to just come into Namibia and walk through the desert to Tsabong, to feel how those people felt. Just walking, women and children were able to do it. So if 10 or so of us could walk, retracing their steps into Botswana land, and so as to also say to the many that nobody knows even where they are lying, to just say, we are here, we have survived, and we are still trying to tell your story. The Kalahari will forever, for the Herero, remain a sacred place because of the many, many women, children, and men, many who were wounded and still fled and died in the desert. We can say we are lucky, and we must be quite a hardy people that we have survived the Germans, and we have survived the deserts, we have survived the cold, we have survived the unemployment, we have survived the various epidemics, and we are here 115 years later to tell the story of our forebears.
There are a lot of women who were raped. You must know the soldiers, when they came here, they were only men soldiers. They didn't bring their families. Actually, their families came very late in the 1920s. Most of the women came here. But the majority of them, they forced those women to sleep with them. The Germans, even though we are not part of the discussions, we find ourselves be excluded in the dialogue, which actually we are affected by this war, even more than the Namibians themselves, because we are living in the foreign land. We have to adapt to all those circumstances which actually the Germans should compensate for the reparation and other losses.
I'm only happy that I'm not bitter. I'm only happy that I'm not here to look for anything. I'm not here even to demand for anything. I'm just here to say, how can we all come together to find a closure to the pain that we have suffered, because we have nothing we can do to reverse the loss that our people have suffered. No amount of money that can be paid will reverse the pain and the loss that we have suffered. We are here to say, because you are human, because you are human, because you, like us, were created in the image of God, because you are Christian, let us find a common closure.